like your woman yelling at you.
Corey! Corey, listen to me!
Lone Star 92.
Toilet seat up.
Oh, yeah.
Corey Holcomb is our guest. He's
At the Arlington Improv here this weekend.
Wait, somebody wants to talk to you. Yes, go ahead, sir.
Man, you got some good stuff there, brother.
Oh, thanks, man.
Growing up, my brother told me, he said, man, if you ever go out with a girl and you know it ain't going right, he said, pull into a 7-Eleven at the gas pump, give her $20, and say, baby, go get us 10 on 3. Let's bottle of 7 Up so we can make some drinks. He said, as soon as the door closes on their ass, hit the gas.
That's right. I've done that before. But
why am I not surprised?
But you know what? That's you can go to jail for that now. You cannot leave a girl out at a restaurant and all that stuff anymore. Trust me, I know.
Really?
It's against the law. I forgot what it's called. You can't take a girl out and leave her. If you get into an argument with a girl, you have to make sure she gets home.
No.
They have laws out. I just don't know the name of the law.
Now, wait, is this a law in California? I don't think it's a law in
across the board. You just can't leave. You can't strand someone somewhere.
As much as you'd like to.
Right. I don't like these new laws that have passed.
Yeah.
Under our noses like that.
Yeah.
It's the dumpster law.
The dumpster law.
That's what they should call it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got to go.
No,
all right, man.
It's called the dump the bitch out law is what it's called.
Right. It's called the stress relief law.
Yeah, I just can't take it anymore.
But
law.
even the other way around, if a woman decides to leave a guy in the middle of a dinner because it's not going well,
yeah,
everybody's had that argument where you just said, "Just get me out of this car," and you just left. But you can't do that, really, huh?
Yeah, you have to make sure that other person
has
a way home. Yeah, and
right.
safe.
Here's $10 for a cab. Get out of my car.
Right. Could be, especially. I bet they came up with those laws because of all the liability that comes with getting a girl knocked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would leave her in a lot of places where she wouldn't get home. Hey, man, it's economics 101. Man.
Okay, all right. I'm getting it. Corey knows. Oh, listen, I got to tell you this story. I invoked your spirit about a month or two ago. I was sitting in a bar with a bunch of guys, and we were all jawing with each other, drinking, jawing. And somebody said, "Oh, yeah, your mama." And I said, "Oh, yeah?" And Corey's went off in my head. I said, "Oh, yeah? Your mama's panties are so nasty."
Look like hot wing paper.
And I said, "Yes." And they said, "Where did you hear that?" I said, Corey Holcomb told me that.
I've always been proud of that one.
That is a good one.
Some of those jokes, when you think of, you be like, "Oh, that's going to kill." That's going to kill.
Mama's panties so nasty, look like
are you going
hot
to get
wing
killed? I don't know.
Right. Your mama Patty's got a deal at Hooters for hot wing paper.
It's so disgusting, you have to laugh at it.
Yeah, it's really
because that's how
bad.
our humor goes on this show, Corey. I don't know if you realize that or not.
Hey, man, the best humor is the disgusting humor. Intelligent humor just makes you giggle a little. It's like, oh, that was good.
And you said something one time. I was watching your stand-up, the last stand-up special you did, and you were talking about a fat girl with regular people legs.
Those people exist, okay? You know what I mean? They're out there. They're on Twitter and Facebook. They've always got pictures of their ankles. And you get over there and
What'd you
realize,
say? It looked like a baked potato with 2 straws stuck into it. Something.
Looked like a heart walking.
That's just how he rolls, and I pick up dumb stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's just the way we are.
Well, it's the truth. That's what makes it funny. The truth is always funny because you don't hear it that often, especially when you watch television.
They ain't telling us everything, are they?
I know you're originally from Chicago, but you moved to Los Angeles. But do you have a favorite NBA or football team? Do you go with the Bears or anything?
Only when they're winning. I'm a fair weather bear.
Fair weather bear.
They need a quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what
I
mean?
grew up in Chicago, and I was never a Bears fan. I got into the AFC, and I liked all those AFC teams, like the Raiders and the Broncos. And
What about the team that won the Super Bowl with McMahon? I used to like Jim McMahon because he was the only one that would tell Dicker where he could shove it.
Oh, yeah.
He was the only one talk to Dicker like
You're
that.
right. You're right.
Walter Payton used to look at him like, man, you talk to Dicker like that?
you can't talk to Coach like that. He'll make you run wind sprints.
Yeah.
No, I got a Taco Bell commercial to do. I don't have time for this here.
I think McMahon had a headband that said, shut up, Ditka.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Are you rooting for anybody in the Super Bowl? Who you rooting for Super Bowl?
I mean, I'm rooting for the Seahawks because I like controversy.
Controversy?
Yeah, they had the one guy who they caught him right after he got shoved in the face.
Oh, yeah.
So he was all fired up.
Richard Sherman, yeah. Did you see what he did? He went up to, after he deflected the pass away from Crabtree and it got intercepted, he went up to Crabtree and stuck his hand out and said, good game, and Crabtree shoved him in the head.
Well, he was rubbing it in.
Yeah.
He was
doing, hey, good game, man. We won.
Yeah, he was rubbing it in.
And Crabtree shoved his head. I might have shoved his head, too.
Yeah, I just like drama. That's why I'm rooting on this Seattle team. I mean,
Then you should be a Cowboy fan if you like drama because we got
my
plenty of it.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's what we said all season.
That's what we've been saying for several seasons. Oh, my God.
Nowadays.
Hey, Romo, if you're listening, I want you to know that it's your fault.
Wow.
I'm just letting you know it's your fault, Romo.
That's what the people in Oklahoma did. They were Romo was up with his wife, I guess, to see a Thunder game in Oklahoma, and Romo was shown on the screen, and the crowd booed him.
Oh.
It's something about that smile. I could just see him in the huddle. Hey, guys, let's get ready to go down the field. Yeah.
Y'all wouldn't mind blocking for me, would you?
Yeah. I could see him saying that really in the huddle.
Right before he throws the interception at the worst possible time.
I want you guys to block her. I'm going to tell Jerry.
Now, y'all be nice to Tony. I'm paying him a lot of money now.
You protect his butt now.
You protect him now.
You guys got the Jerry voice down pat.
Now, basically, we're going to block for Tony and let him do whatever he wants to do, all right?
Keep making excuses for whatever he does wrong because we've given him the money.
And if Tony needs to whiz, y'all huddle around him so the crowd won't see him, okay? Corey Holcomb, everybody.
That's
Corey,
what's up.
good to see you again.
At
Corey,
the Arlington Improv.
Arlington Improv. I always love to have you on the show. Come back around whenever you
You can also
around.
Twitter him, right?
That's
Yeah.
right, on the Corey Holcomb. I'm just telling you now, all my tweets are crazy. Don't take them seriously.
Oh, yeah. Now, wait, the Corey Holcomb, like there's two Corey Holcombs?
I just say the Corey Holcomb because they make Corey Holcomb pages and everything.
Do they really?
I am the Corey Holcomb.
He is the one.
That's right.
Well, it's good to see you again, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, man, I
Hey,
love
what's that
coming here.
number at the Arlington Improv there, Peaches?
817-635-5555 or improv.com.
I did. See you next time. I'm going to come see you this weekend.
All right.
Corey Holcomb, everybody.